Welcome to week 21, Mama. Let's talk about what's going on with you and your baby at this point in your pregnancy, as well as what you can be doing right now to prepare for the birth of your baby. Before we jump in, if you're new to these weekly updates, I'm Bridget. I'm a Lamaze childbirth educator. I'm a birth doula and a mama to two with a third on the way, and I love supporting parents through parenthood. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and click the bell so that you're notified each time a new video comes your way. So from this point on in your pregnancy, your baby is going to be measured from head to toe. Previously, they were measured from crown to rump, which is the tip of their head, to the bottom of their little bum. So from head to toe this week, they are measuring at about 10.5 inches or 26.5 centimeters, which is the length of a long carrot. And they weigh more than your placenta now, which is still supplying them with all their nourishment. Your placenta can be positioned really anywhere in your uterus, and you likely saw it or will see it in your anatomy scan if that's still about to happen. If your placenta is near the front of your uterus, it can make it harder to pick up baby's movements. However, now that baby has more strength and control over their limbs, you might be feeling them a lot regardless of where your placenta is. Baby's small intestine is lengthening and is starting to absorb nutrients in the amniotic fluid as they drink it. Their bone marrow is developing, which will soon take over making red blood cells, which is the current job of the liver, and your baby's eyelids, which were once sealed shut, are beginning to separate, and when they do, your baby will be able to open his or her eyes in the womb. It is so remarkable what's happening. At 21 weeks, Mama, your belly is growing and you might be dealing with itchy skin as it's stretching. My personal best recommendation for this itchy belly or hip skin as well as it's stretching is beef tallow with lavender and frankincense essential oil. It's so soothing, hydrating, and doesn't have any of the toxins that many lotions have in them. I've linked all those ingredients down below for you to make your own. Now, with your belly growing, it will start pulling your body forward, and this creates imbalances in the body that can contribute to low back pain and a weak core. This is something that we address in my prenatal fitness program that I've linked down below. But doing your best to live in alignment with your pelvis in a neutral position and avoiding letting your belly just pull your pelvis super forward and pinching your low back together is going to help you avoid discomfort and dysfunction. Now that you're around that halfway mark, it's time to really start dedicating time, if you haven't already, to preparing for your birth. And one of the big things is acknowledging and working through fears that you might have regarding your birth experience. I encourage you to check out this video linked up in the corner about overcoming anxiety when it comes to birth. Fears or lack of knowledge about birth shapes so much of what you do in pregnancy, from the care provider that you're working with, what kind of birth you want or even think you can have, where you give birth, and so much more. The more you know, the less you fear, and the more empowered you are to trust in the reality that you are built to birth. So even if you feel like it's still early in your pregnancy to start preparing for birth, the earlier you start, the better, I promise you. So Mama, that wraps up this week's update. I'm so excited to keep walking through this journey with you and sharing these ups and downs, as well as what you can be doing to prepare for your best birth. I'll see you next week, Mama. Bye.